So do you find yourself struggling to know what to get when you go out to eat? Have you ever felt confused about what's really healthy, especially when you're trying to lose weight in your 40s and beyond? Well, today I'm going to break down and talk about how we can build better eating habits and lose weight and still enjoy going out to eat. So we can take a fresh new look and know that eating out doesn't have to sabotage our weight loss goals. We can still make good choices as we start to understand food and nutrition and marketing better. And this episode I wanted to share because I recently had a client that was heading out to eat, and she texted me within my personal training app. And she wanted help figuring out what she was going to eat ahead of time. When we can pre-plan like this, it makes a huge difference in our goals because we're able to do something different. And if we want to get to a different point, get to a different goal, we have to do different things. So if you guys are needing any support along your health journey, whether that is through personal training and workouts in my app or through health coaching, getting that mindset and emotional support that you need to really make those changes that you feel stuck in, then I encourage you to check the link down below. You'll be able to set up a free call with me. We can talk about your goals, your struggles. It's really casual, and just see if we're a fit and if we can start getting you from being stuck to getting into consistency and reaching those goals. So make sure you guys check the links down below. Hi friends, and welcome to the Healthy Beyond 40 show. I'm Michele, mama 4 and military wife, and I'm passionate about helping women get healthy from the inside out so they can feel better and live their best life. Do you feel like you're struggling to lose weight and get in shape? If you're ready to develop healthier habits, exercise consistently, and lose weight sustainably, then you're in the right place. I combine my expertise from my doctorate in physical therapy to my experience as a health coach, personal trainer, and yoga teacher to bring you actionable steps for a healthy lifestyle. No magic pill here, so lace up those shoes and get moving. All right, so let's dive into this topic today. So God created us to eat food. Our bodies are meant to intake food and break down those nutrients. Food is good for us. And I just want to start out with that because we don't want to think food is bad or food is the enemy. But we have to remember that the food industry and literally food scientists are trying to make food visually look appealing and also taste really good, and also make it taste in a way that it makes us come back for more. So food is not just bad. Food is not bad, but we have just gone overboard on the amount of food and all these things added to our food to make them taste and look good and come back for more. And we've just gotten away from real food. So remember, food is not the enemy here. So today I'm going to help to give you just a little more knowledge about food and hopefully a little more encouragement too, because we need knowledge, but we also have to change our mindset when it comes to food. Like, you're going to have to possibly go against the grain of everyone you are eating out with and eat something healthy and start to be content with that. That doesn't mean it's going to happen right away, but can you start to change your mindset and be like, maybe you're having a salad, for example, like, this is actually really good. I'm really enjoying it, instead of staying in that mindset where I am missing out. Like, I wanted that pizza or whatever it was. So we have to change our mindset. And then I'm also going to give you some practical tips too. So one thing when you're going out to eat is really to avoid some like hidden calories. And a lot of times this can be in sauces or dressings or fried food. They can really pack in extra fat that is not healthy. So if you guys have heard me talk, like those omega-6 fats, they're just going to be inflammatory. And then they're also putting sugar in everything, like sauces, dressings, like things you wouldn't picture. They're putting sugar in. And it tends to make these foods more high calorie and sort of more tasty, I have air quotes there, than what something would be at home. And it also gets really easy to overeat when there's things like sugar and really dense fat in there, especially if we're eating faster and not really being mindful while we're eating. And then the other thing going out to eat, guys, is the portion sizes. I think we know this, but we really have to be aware of it. The portion sizes are just huge. And especially if we're eating something that isn't that healthy, that would be considered more unhealthy, maybe some type of fried food or something, and we're having this huge portion size of it. It's just not good for the inside of our body, for our heart, and for our blood vessels. So we really have to watch those portion sizes. We have to eat slow. We have to chew our food and swallow it. We have to give our stomach time to regulate and catch up. Like, hey, am I getting full here? Like, what's going on? So those are some things to really watch out for. So those hidden sauces, dressings, fried food, the portion sizes. And so on the flip side, things to look for is things that are like grilled, because then that means they're not going to be fried. They still may add a sauce on top, but you could always ask for it without a sauce. Things that are baked or steamed or roasted. So those are going to be better than those fried versus creamy dishes too. So next, let's go into some key nutrients. So if you guys have listened here before, the two most common nutrients I talk about are protein and fiber. So it's going to be the same thing when we're going out to eat. We want to make sure that we are getting enough protein. This is going to help to build our muscle mass. It's going to help us to feel fuller. It helps our metabolism. It can help with our blood sugar regulation. So things like chicken or fish, different types of meats that are not deep fried. So that goes back to the other one. Can we get a meat that is grilled or baked? And especially as we're getting 40 and older, we really want to focus on maintaining our muscle mass and supporting our metabolism. And one of the ways we can do this is making sure that we are getting a good dose of protein with every meal, and that overall in our day, we are getting a good amount of protein. And so let's move on to fiber. So we really want to make sure we're getting the fiber. Most people are under eating it. It is recommended that women get 25 grams of fiber a day or more. And so we're going to get that fiber from vegetables and fruits. There are some grains that are going to have fiber. We need to be getting a good amount of this. So when we're eating our processed foods like that hamburger bun, it's not going to have fiber in it. So we really want to make sure that we're adding some non-starchy vegetables, because those starchy vegetables like potato or corn, we may have some of those and we might have a little bit, but I don't even quite like to think of those in the sense of I'm getting or eating my vegetables. When I think of I'm eating my vegetables, I want to focus on those non-starchy ones. So starch means that they're going to be high in carbohydrates like potatoes and corn. So making sure you're getting your protein and then you're also getting some non-starchy vegetables on your plate. Most restaurants do offer this, salad, steamed veggies, different side dishes with veggies. And this is going to help us feel full. It's going to help our digestion. It's going to help things move in our body. And when we have that sense of fullness that comes from fibrous foods, that's also going to help regulate our appetite and our metabolism. So if you are looking to go out to eat, look at what you want to eat. And does it have a good amount of protein? Does it have some non-starchy vegetables? Am I getting enough fiber? And remember, when you go out to eat, you can always modify things. You can ask. So you can get the salad dressing on the side. So many salad dressings are made with omega-6, like more inflammatory oils versus the extra virgin olive oil. If I go out to eat, I try to ask if they have the extra virgin olive oil. If they don't, I have to use like a regular salad dressing. I'm definitely going to get it on the side, and I'm just going to try to use a little bit because it does taste better when salad, I guess, is wet from the dressing. We recently just went a couple hours up north with the whole family, and the kids did this. Well, me and my husband did it too. It's this climbing adventure obstacle course, and I had packed our salads the night before for us to have for lunch before we went on the course. And I had a salad dressing little container, and my husband did not bring the salad dressing. And we didn't even have avocado or anything. So I ate probably half of it, but I'm like, I can't eat just like plain lettuce without any like dressing on it. But anyways, back to our topic is we want to ask for things on the side. And also we can swap out if we know something comes with French fries and We don't want to eat that because we know French fries are fried. They're going to increase our inflammation. We're not going to feel good. It's going to increase our blood sugar because it's high in carbohydrates. Can I get a different veggie or salad on the side? If fries is something I do love, do I know if someone else is getting it? Can I just have a couple of their fries and really stick with a salad or vegetable for myself? And some other tips that I have used with my clients when going out to eat is, one, share a meal. It goes back to portion sizes are so huge. So maybe we can actually share a meal with someone. That also helps keep it more friendly on our budget. And also I have some people who box up half of their meal before they even start eating. So they ask the waiter or server to bring out a box with their meal and put it away so it's not in front of their face looking at them and knowing that it's good and just picking off. It helps them to be more mindful because, again, we're living in this culture where we get super big portion sizes and we're just having more food than our bodies need. And that's why we store fat. And also, be aware if you are with people who are ordering appetizers and, these different sugary drinks to start off with, is that part of what you're going to eat as your meal as a whole? Or the same if you're at a restaurant where chips and salsas may be free or there's bread. You have to really choose, is that going to be part of your meal or not? And sometimes it can feel uncomfortable. Let's say we're at a restaurant and there's chips and salsa, but maybe I know what I'm ordering is going to be plenty of food for me. Can I sit there and let everyone else have chips and salsa and I don't eat it because I know maybe I'm going to enjoy my meal a little bit more, or that I don't need it, that I know it's going to be too much food for me? Can you sit there and be mindful? And sometimes it feels uncomfortable to sit there while everyone else is eating. But we have to learn how to sit with uncomfortable feelings. So this is something I work on in my health coaching, is really noticing what comes up for you if you were in that situation. And what can you do? What are those feelings telling you? Can you handle that uncomfortable feeling? What are those thoughts that are going to come up? How can we work on those thoughts? Can we have maybe a piece of gum in our mouth? There's a way to do tapping with your fingers to keep your hands busy, and it actually calms your nervous system too. Can you take deep breaths? Can you focus on a conversation? Can you have some conversation starters? There's so many different options that a lot of time we're not thinking about this ahead of time and really noticing what feelings come up for us and what triggers we have. But when we can start to break down these things, that's where we can start to change these patterns that we have been living in. And so also, I just want to talk about drinks. So I'm someone who pretty much always drinks water. Sometimes I will have a Spindrift, like a sparkling water, or like in the morning I have my green juice, and in the evening I'm either doing an herbal tea or I'm doing my Organifi Gold. And if you guys want the links to, I really love Organifi's green juice and their gold. It's like a nighttime calming drink. I'll put the link down below. Use the code HEALTHY20 and you guys will save 20%. But for the most part, I am not drinking sweet drinks or anything like that. But I know not everyone is like that. So we need to be especially mindful when we're going out to eat. If we're having sugary drinks or alcohol, that goes into your calorie count. And all those are going to spike your blood sugar. So even though some alcohol, like if you were just having vodka or, the White Claws that don't have sugar, when those enter your body, they still spike your blood sugar. So it's important to keep that in mind in your overall picture. And if that is something you know that you are going to have, how can you fit it in? How can you be more mindful to include that? Instead of like, I'm still going to eat all this and then this is on top of it, or now I'm having this appetizer too. So we really have to look at our patterns and be okay with doing something else and work through those feelings, work through those thoughts that are going to come up, and being really grounded in what's our goal and what we want. Because for example, if you're someone who goes out to eat and maybe you are getting the appetizer or you are having a couple drinks with your meal and it's more than your body needs, that future self who has lost her 10 pounds and is moving and feeling great, she wouldn't be doing that. She wouldn't be getting that appetizer. She wouldn't be getting those couple drinks and being overstuffed or overfull. So we really have to look at the whole picture. We have to think of like, what would, if we were at our goal and living our life, what would that person be doing? Because we literally can't be doing the same things we are now if we want a different result. Okay, so now I'm just going to share a few places that I go out to eat and some of the things I get. We really hardly go to like a sit-down restaurant just because it's more expensive. But in our neighborhood, we have Rosie's Taco Shop. It's been like my favorite thing since we've lived here in Phoenix. And so I typically get 2 tacos. So I'm watching my portion size. Usually these 2 tacos are very filling to me. They fill them up pretty good. So the one will have meat. I think it's pork. And then it has pico de gallo and guacamole. And then it does have a corn taco shell. And the other one I always get is a shrimp taco. So it has a shrimp and then it has like a cabbage slaw on top. And then I think that has pico de gallo too. So the things inside the tacos are pretty good. The taco shells, I mean, again, that's just refined carbs. But so I get 2 of them. I stick to that portion size. I am not eating here all the time. And I could, if I was really trying, if I had a different goal where I was looking to lose weight or I wanted to really decrease my glucose levels, I might cut out those taco shells. Maybe I would get 3 and just eat the insides of them. So that's one thing I get a lot. We also have Salad and Go around here. It's like a drive-through place. You can get a salad. They actually have extra virgin olive oil. So I will get that. So again, it has some meat. It has some Brussels sprouts, some pecans. They're roasted, which isn't healthy, and then I get the olive oil. The other place we go to every once in a while, it's Modern Market. It's a little further from our house. But again, it's a healthy place. They have like salads and bowls. One time I got like the salmon and curry thing. So lots of healthy options. And then even, as I was telling you, we recently took that trip to the adventure course. We did eat out on our way back and we stopped at Wendy's. So my kids are not getting anything healthy from there, but I will get their large chili. So that's filling. It has meat and beans. I know they also have some salads at Wendy's. So even if you're at a fast food place, there are options, but it's a choice that you have to make. We have to be mindful and we have to change our mindset. Like, what is the purpose of food? Food is really meant to nourish our bodies. And if we're not eating food that's nourishing our bodies, it's not doing its purpose. So I encourage you, if you're have some places you go out to eat commonly, look at the menu, come up with some different ideas of what you could get. I also encourage you to look around your area and what are some healthy places to go out to eat. I use that when I search places like healthy restaurant, or I also don't eat gluten. So I might say gluten-free restaurants. And sometimes not all the time, but sometimes where there's gluten-free food or they're marking the menus better about dairy-free, those different things. Sometimes those just tend to have healthier options too. So plan ahead, prepare ahead. And I encourage you guys to share in my Facebook group, Healthy Beyond 40, healthy things you like getting when you go out to eat. So maybe share a picture, maybe share a link so that we can have some more ideas for everyone too. Because it all goes into what action are we going to take? What are we going to do differently? All right, friends, that's all for today. So make sure you head to my Facebook group, Healthy Beyond 40, share something. And if you guys need some extra support, reach out.